How many people in the room have heard the term chatbots? Keep your hand up if you think you could intelligently explain what they are. Okay, this is good. For everyone with their hand up, you can just, head out, have a coffee, come back in 45 minutes. Just kidding. So I'm going to start with the definition of a chatbot and tell you what they actually are. And then just to give you a sense of the agenda, I'm going to walk through why right now is the perfect time to be launching a chatbot. Then I'm going to get into some brand examples of how people are using them. And then I'm going to tell you the all-important how to build your own bot and whether you actually should after you leave here today. So a chatbot is back one slide. Yeah, a chatbot is a piece of software designed to simulate human conversation. So if you think about Siri or Samantha from the movie Her, those are almost like verbal chatbots. A chatbot by definition is text-based, but it really is designed to simulate having a conversation with a human, but it's actually a robot. And they often include artificial intelligence and machine learning. So not every chatbot is built using AI. Often they're just built using scripts, so stuff that you write, and data, but they can include artificial intelligence. So those are the bots that actually get smarter as you use them. So chatbots live in a variety of places. They can live in SMS, so through text messages. So for example, text 555 to get $5 off your next pizza. They can live inside messaging apps like Facebook Messenger or Kik, and they can also live on social networks. So I remember back in 2008 when I started using Twitter, there was a poutine bot that if you mentioned the word poutine would retweet you every single time. And it actually is scary how much I mentioned the word poutine on Twitter in 2008, but that was one of the earliest examples I saw of a chatbot. So just to give you a sense of my background in bots, I was on a panel last year for Social Media Week in Toronto about bots, and that really opened my eyes. Doing the research for that event, it really opened my eyes to the power of chatbots. But it wasn't until I read an article by the founder of Kik, which is a messaging app based in Waterloo, really popular with the teens, so if you don't know what it is, you're probably over the age of 25. And this article by Kik founder Ted Livingston kind of really illustrated the power of bots. So first, I'll start off with a scenario. So you go to the Blue Jays game, you sit down. What's the first thing you do? You go get a drink. You order a beer. So typically, you'd either wait for the guy to come by your row, you'd hail down a drink, or you'd walk up to the stands and you'd wait in line there, you'd get a beer, and you'd go back to your seat. Now instead, picture on the back of your seat, there's a sticker that says, download the Rogers Centre app to order a beer directly to your seat. And you're thinking, this is great. I don't have to leave my seat. I don't have to go wait in line. I don't have to carry cash on me. This is awesome. So you navigate to your app store of choice, the Google Play Marketplace or the iOS App Store, and you download the Rogers Centre app. You open the app, you create an account, you log in, you navigate to the screen that says how many beers you want. You navigate to the screen that says what seat you're in, what row you're in. You enter your credit card information, and you place your order. And that probably took you about 10 minutes, and you were probably better off just walking up to the stands to get yourself a beer. Now picture a scenario where bots entered into the equation. So now picture a code that you would scan using Facebook Messenger on the back of the seat in front of you, and you would simply chat to the chatbot. Hey, I'd like 2 beers in section 121, row 7, seat 2. Facebook already they've developed a payments beta that allows you to actually store your credit card information in Facebook Messenger, so it already has your payment details on file, and it's in a platform that you already use, Facebook Messenger, so in about 10 seconds, those beers are on their way to you. And Ted actually says that they're called invisible apps, and that really helped illustrate it to me. In that article, he said, this is an instant interaction, and it is something that only becomes possible with bots. There's no new app to download, no new account to create, and perhaps most importantly, no new user interface to learn. So that helped me understand the power of bots. It helped me understand why we should be using them. But the bigger question is, why are they so popular right now? I'm sure even if you don't know what a chatbot is, you've seen a million headlines in tech publications and marketing publications talking about them. Well, there's 3 factors that are really combining to make now the perfect time to build a chatbot. The first is the decline of native mobile apps. So I wanted to do a survey. How many people in the room have downloaded a new app on their smartphone in the last day? Okay, in the last week? In the last month? Keep your hands up. Okay, keep your hand up if you use that app that you downloaded every day. Okay, and thus illustrates part of the problem. So for all the Americans in the room, I have an American stat for you because I couldn't find the Canadian one. The average American downloads less than one new app per month. So that's probably about 10 apps per year. And of all of those apps that are downloaded, a quarter of them are abandoned after first use. So we all have the apps on our home screen that we use all the time. Social networks, content sites, banking, whatever that might be. But it's a hassle to download more apps. You probably have this app screen graveyard that's like 2 or 3 screens in where you never go in there, you don't use them. And for developers, this is really tough because it's hard to, first of all, rise to the top of the App Store. It's really hard to make money off of apps these days if you're not Candy Crush. And it's also just really hard to break through the noise of all of the apps out there. So that's kind of the first factor that is leading to the rise. The second is the rise of messaging apps. How many people in the room have used Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, or Kik on a daily basis? Well, you're not alone. So there are 1.9 billion combined users right now on Facebook and WhatsApp, which is a chat app that Facebook owns. And that's projected to grow to 3.6, if I remember, 3.6 billion in the next few years. So about half of the world's population will be actively using a messaging app in the next few years. And people are already using them today. So again, chatbots live inside messaging apps, so it's really easily accessible. And as this number grows, people are going to be embracing chatbots more. And the third reason that they're kind of growing in popularity is that there's a rise in bot stores. So here's a little bit of a timeline just to give you an idea. Think of the iOS App Store. So you could have built a native mobile app in 2006, but you really wouldn't have had anywhere to put it other than maybe on the BlackBerry. The launch of the App Store changed that. It gave developers a place to put their apps, it gave them a way to monetize them, and it gave consumers a way to discover them. And the same thing is happening with the launch of bot stores. So a messaging app called Telegram launched the first bot store in June of 2015, and then last year we saw a bunch of people jump into the mix. So Kik launched their own bot store last April. Facebook launched its bot framework and bot tools and bot store in April at its F8 conference. Microsoft last March launched their bot framework to make it really easy for developers to build chatbots. And a few months after Kik launched its bot store in August of 2016, over 1.8 million messages had been sent back and forth between consumers and bots, and there were about 20,000 bots launched on the bot store. So native apps are declining, messaging apps are on the rise, and it's easier than ever if you're a brand to make a chatbot accessible, and if you're a consumer to find them.